Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my weekly review.
Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here, meeting my icon, Catherine Isabel here.
Across the streams of hopes and dreams where things are really not. Come along if you can. Come along if you dare.
Have a good one. Cheers, guys.
Side of your mind, but please realize you'll probably be surprised.
Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review of this week's episode of Arrow on the CW, which is episode 16 of season 6, the Thanatos Guild. So yeah, I've been kind of, inconsistent with some of my Arrow reviews this season. I reviewed some of the Deathstroke episodes earlier on in the season, which were great. Then I did a review a few weeks ago or something, in one of the more recent episodes, talking about, just how good is season 6. And, that actually garnered a decent amount of views, at least, for my usual. And, Arrow is a show it's not my favorite Arrowverse show anymore. That would definitely have to be, Legends of Tomorrow. But I do think season 6 is one of the better seasons we've had in a while. I don't know if I'd say it's as good as like season 1 and 2. But the Deathstroke stuff was great, but overall I don't know if I'd go quite that far with everything else. But season 5 and 6 I think are definitely both superior to 4. And 3 I liked a little bit more than some people. So it might be just around 3 for me, or maybe just above, I'm not sure. I'd have to watch them again. But I am going to Heroes and Villains Fan Fest in Chicago next week, or next weekend, I should say. I'm going to be meeting a few people. I'm going to try and meet Stephen Amell. I'm meeting Katie Lotz at C2E2 the same weekend, too. So I thought, I'd try to do more videos on Arrow again. Because although it's not my favorite Arrowverse show anymore, I still do really like it. And I think Stephen Amell is still great in the role. He's what brings me back to the show as often as I come back to it. And this episode, I liked. I thought it was one of the best of the. It's probably one of the better ones of the season. Not quite as good as the Deathstroke ones, but one I still enjoyed, along with Collision Course. The episode I did a couple weeks back, like I said. I know a lot of people really probably like this episode because of the return of Katrina Law's character, Nyssa. If we could only have her on Legends of Tomorrow for Sarah, I think that'd be fun, seeing her and Ava. But it's still good to see her brought back onto it. It's been a bit too long, and I know a lot of people were missing her. And another reason this episode is so significant is because it was basically Willa Holland, Thea's send-off episode, really. Because her contract's done, she's kind of wanting to step out, and this is sort of her closure, but leaving the door open. Now I don't think we'll ever see Thea in a regular role again on the show, unfortunately, but I do think we'll see her again, maybe within whenever their last season is or something like that, perhaps, or maybe a guest appearance or so a season, I don't know. But I enjoyed that, and they also had Roy back in the last episode as well, which is alright. That's never huge on Roy, but I respect his place in the show, I guess, and I apologize for my hair. It's not very not very well put together right now, but then you have this new leader who's risen up in the League of Assassins, or more so kind of like a branch off of what Malcolm Merlin did. Some of his followers and stuff like that, which is alright. I don't think that character really stood out much herself, but Nessa's involvement and her trying to connect at the about what her father left behind for, and saying how he can never really escape that. Malcolm Merlin, he's a very complex character, but I do think he did care about Thea to some extent, and we've seen him on Legends, so that's kind of mucked it up a little bit, but so I like that. I like how they delved into that. But some of my favorite scenes of the episode are actually Oliver and Thea's, Stephen Amell's and Willa Holland. They've always had good chemistry on screen as brother and sister, and my favorite scene of the episode was Oliver explaining to Thea why he isn't really willing to let go of the Green Arrow mantle anymore, and just give it back to Diggle at this point, because not only has son William accepted or sort of gotten used to the idea of him being this person, doing what he does, and really respecting him for it, but it really makes him feel complete, makes him feel full. This is really him, and he wants to be there for William, and he wants to be there for everyone, but he also thinks this is just a part of him, needs to keep doing this, and I think that's very accurate and close to the character, and pretty good acting from Stephen Amell there too. I'm not so sure about. Then we also have Dinah, figuring out that a cop, the lady's dirty. We all kind of knew that. Mainly connected to some of this Vertigo movement stuff, which is all right. Curtis flirting with one of the younger officers there. Cool. I don't know. But the rest of the episode is pretty good. Next week's episode I'm not really sure about, because we see Oliver and Diggle apparently fighting, because Diggle just really wants to be the Green Arrow, so they come to blows over it, which I think that's kind of a little bit drastic. We'll see how it goes, though. I think with as well as Diggle knows Oliver, he should kind of respect if Oliver wants to keep it. But I don't know. So overall, this is a pretty good episode. Maybe not great, but there were a lot of things I appreciated about it. I am going to try and do more Arrow reviews if I can. Not guaranteeing it, but I am going to try and review more episodes for the rest of the season, perhaps. And I'm giving this episode about an 8.5 out of 10. I think is fair. So you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.